Hey, it's Elisa with Therapy Link. Over the next few videos, I'm going to be talking about cognitive biases. I'd like to give you some examples of what they are and give you some tricks on maybe how to start identifying them within yourself. So the first question is, what is a cognitive bias? A cognitive bias is kind of like a lapse in judgments that our brains put in place to protect ourselves. It's our subjective reality. Sometimes things happen and our brain twists it to try to fit its narrative. I'm going to give you an example of the first one that I'd like to go over is called the sunk cost fallacy. This might be a silly example. It's kind of funny. My whole adult life, I have watched a very dumb TV show called Grey's Anatomy. But 20-year-old Elisa loved that show. And I watched every episode, and it is still going, and it is really bad. But I have a hard time letting it go sometimes. Like every once in a while, I'll turn on more recent episodes, and it's like, ooh, this is really bad. But in my brain, I'm like, I already invested 10 years of watching this show. What's another 4 so I can see how this ends? Silly example. However, some people also do this with their careers. People will do this in relationships when they're like, hey, I've already invested 10 years, so might as well keep going. So the sunk cost fallacy. A lot of people with gambling problems have this cognitive bias. What's another $10,000 and I've already put $100,000 down? The best way to start recognizing it is to try to be as objective as possible when you have something like this going on in your life. I know Grey's Anatomy is a horrible show now. I have to tell myself that every time I see it come up, and I'm like, oh, I could catch up and just sort of see what's going on. What's the point? I know it's bad. It's kind of, like I said, a funny example, but next time something like this comes up for you, really take stock and see if it's something that you are sinking into, and let me know how that goes for you. Stay tuned for the next cognitive bias. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.